Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's podcast, Lenora Pours Pouring Session. We have a phenomenal guest that is on for tonight. I'm so excited to have her. Hello, Samanthia.
Hello, Lenora. How
Thank
are
you so much
you?
for joining us. But before we get started, I do want to make one quick announcement for everyone.
Okay.
We're getting real close to the Sister Pour Into Me Women's Empowerment event that will take place on Saturday, July the 31st, 2021 at the Ambiance Business and Entertainment venue that will take place 2510 Legion Road in the great city of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Make sure that you go on to Eventbrite to purchase your tickets today. You do not want to miss this event. We have a great lineup of speakers, phenomenal vendors, and we're going to have catering by Los Catering that will be providing the meal. So make sure that you get your tickets as soon as possible. And if you see any of these beautiful people that are featured on the flyer, they should have some hard tickets that you can purchase if you know them or may just see them around. So again, get your tickets for Sister Pour Into Me Women's Empowerment 2021. Samanthia,
Yes.
we got on our yellow tonight.
I know. I noticed when you came on. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, yellow is one of my favorite colors. I just love yellow. It's just vibrant, it's joyous, it just brings happiness and all those good things. So
Exactly.
we're going to get right in and get started tonight. So Samanthia, just to create a conversation,
Okay.
tell the audience a little bit about Samanthia. Who is Samanthia Harris?
Samanthia Harris is a native New Yorker. I was born and raised in New York, Brooklyn, New York. Been there all my life. I have 3 children. I am a retired from Verizon Corp. And I'm here now in North Carolina. I can't believe I'm getting lost right now, but
You okay? You okay?
okay. Anyway, my mind is just focused on why I came here. So I'm just gonna tell you
Yes.
that. So I came here. People say, how did you get here? This is just where I landed. And I landed here running from New York.
Wow.
Yeah,
So how long were you in New York, Samanthia?
I was in New York all my life, and I'm 55 years old.
Wow. So
For the last 2 years.
when did you relocate to the great state of North Carolina?
November 2018, I came here, and I visited for a bit, but I was back in January 2019, and I've been here ever since.
Wow. Do you like the Carolinas?
I like the Carolinas. Because it gave me what I needed. I had no intention of ever leaving New York.
Wow.
I got sick in New York and I get too clustered. It was too crowded and I had to get out.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
I landed here in North Carolina.
Well, we're happy to have you in North Carolina. And Samanthia, there are some other people that are happy that you're here too. So I'm going to read a couple of comments for the individuals who are joining us on tonight. We have Brianna. Brianna, she's here. She states, good evening, everyone. She also stated she's excited about tonight's topic.
Good.
Latrice Jackson is here. Good evening, everyone. I think that's your baby, your daughter.
That is.
One of your children. She said, take your time, Mom. I'm here. So she's giving you that comfort. She's giving you that encouragement and that motivation. And she's pouring into you from the beginning, saying, take your time, Mama. You got this, Mama, and you're going to pour on tonight to the people. So thank you so much, Latrice, for joining in and giving your mom that push. Yeah. Jay is on. Hey, beautiful people. Hey, Jay. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And Brianna said, Oh, yes, Lenore Pours. She's a seasoned saint. I hear it in her voice. This is going to be a nice session. So you already have people that are cheering you on, Samanthia.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and your daughter is giving you some hearts. She's giving you some love. So we are excited. And we're just going to have a great conversation where we're literally going to just... Okay. You ready? You ready? All right.
Yeah,
so, Samanthia,
yes.
You mentioned that in conversation past, you and I just having casual conversation, that you had a chemical sensitivity. Can you talk to the audience a little bit about chemical sensitivity?
Yes, and I want to say this. There's chemical sensitivity and then there's multiple chemical sensitivity.
Okay.
So I have multiple chemical sensitivities.
Okay.
And when you have multiple chemical sensitivities, the doctors can't figure out what's bothering you. But if you just go there and you have a chemical sensitivity, hopefully they can narrow it down and tell you what it is. But because I had multiple, I could get no help from the doctors. And what multiple chemical sensitivities is chemicals just in the environment.
Okay.
Mainly from the products that we use on our everyday life. That's cleaning products, that's beauty products, that's everything. And I became sensitive, to be honest. I don't have a date or anything. It just came on me slowly. But what it does is it cannot be in my environment. So anytime I come in the environment of any chemical, because my tolerance is 0, I'll get reactions. I'll get symptoms. Symptoms are everything, really. But just to give you a few, you get migraine, headaches. Let me say this. The first symptom is anger. So, and the only way I'm getting the chemical is because I'm breathing it in. I'm smelling it.
Okay.
So the fragrance, when I smell fragrance, I'll get a headache. My nose will start running.
Wow.
I'll even get irritable bowel syndrome. What I want to say is I get so many symptoms because different products give you different symptoms. And I've been to doctor after doctor, and they cannot figure out what it was. But I've discovered some things, like, for instance, I was in a laundromat one day. I was walking past it. I was in a laundromat, and it was Tide. I walked in a laundromat, maybe because it was spilt. It was spilt on the floor. When I smelled it, this was just in the very beginning. I smelled it, and I think that was it. So I noticed after that I had really bad hiccups, but I paid it no mind. So another time came, and it was just a Tide pen, just a pen. It was pulled out of the package. Next thing you know, I had the same reaction, but it was really hard. It was really scary. I actually left work because I kept on hiccuping really hard.
Okay.
So I went to the doctor 2 days later. And I'm saying that just to say that when I got there, the doctor told me that I had acid reflux.
Wow.
He told me I had acid reflux, and that told me that Tide gave me acid reflux.
Wow.
So that's how it kind of went. Tide gives you acid reflux. Downy, Gain, anything harsh like that would give me like irritable bowel syndrome, if you know what that is.
Yes.
Irritable bowel syndrome. So I could just be in the mall, walking around, and I get a fragrance. Next thing you know, my stomach is all messed up. And I just ate 2 minutes ago, but my stomach will start feeling like I hadn't eaten anything all day. And I got to stop everything I'm doing because I got to go find a bathroom.
Wow. So Samanthia, let me ask you this. And Brianna was like, oh my God. And then while you all are watching, please share and like this video. Share. Samanthia wants to share her story, and she's going to pour into you from a holistic standpoint. So Samanthia,
yes,
talk about why it's very important that people realize the chemicals that are in the products, such as our dish detergents, our washing powders, how that can affect us?
The chemicals in these things gives us reactions. I want to say so you can understand it. So why is it important for us to know about it? Because it is silently hurting us. It hurts me because I'm sensitive, but I believe with my whole heart that it does this to everybody. A lot of symptoms and a lot of ailments that people are walking around with and can't figure them out. I believe if you just get rid of some of the chemicals that are around you, you'll lessen those symptoms.
Wow.
And these are just everyday symptoms that people get. Like, for instance, some people put their makeup on their face and then their nose start running. Your nose will start running and you won't know. Why is my nose running? It's the makeup. It's a chemical in there that's not agreeing with you and your nose is running.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's with makeup. That's with nail polish. That's with hairspray, shampoo. Mainly what I want to say is, and deodorant. Deodorants underneath your arm are giving women cysts in their breasts. People don't think so, but that's where cysts come from. So the toxic deodorants like Degree, hate to say secret, but secret, especially Dove, all those harsh things, those are breast cancer. Those things give us breast cancer.
Wow.
Pretty much every chemical gives me a reaction.
Wow.
I get a reaction from everything from and it gives you what I'm trying to say is arthritis. I'm sorry. A lot of people we take the lotions and all this stuff and you put it on your hands, can't bend your fingers. It's the lotion that you putting on. We don't know that it goes in, but it does. And I believe
Right.
that most of our ailments, my belief, comes from everyday products that we're using. The foods that we're eating, but the products are really, really killing us.
So so let's talk about some of those products because you have some people agreeing with you. Brianna said, I believe it does. She also said, this makes sense. Your daughter said, yes. And Brianna said, oh my God, my nose will start itching some.
Wow.
So
Right.
that happens. And just taking it from the step of the washing powders or detergents that we use for our clothes, you know, I was born and I had a issue with eczema.
Right.
Where, you know, skin breakout, etc. So probably maybe 3 years ago, I had a outbreak
Right.
with eczema. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? And I realized that I had switched my washing powder to Gain and Tide because a lot of people, they like their clothes to smell good and this, that, and the third. And then when I put my clothes on, it's like I'm itching.
Right.
I'm like, what in the world is going on?
Right.
But I came to realize that it was the chemical that was in the washing detergent that I was using for my clothes.
Right.
And our skin is our largest organ. So that chemical is penetrating into our skin.
Exactly.
Is that correct, Samanthia?
Exactly. That is correct. And you want to know something else? It takes me to, even when you're sitting in your car, I have a lot of people that get in their car and they got that fragrance, that even the little trees, the car deodorizers, those are the worst. And I just want to say that those especially Febreze, and I'm trying to think of another one, but anyway, it gives you road rage. If people would pay attention to if they get road rage, Febreze gives you road rage. And it's another one, the black ice. Black ice is so harsh, so harsh. If a car rides past me and it has that in there, I'll get a reaction, and I'll feel it, and I'll know that is what it was. A lot of chemicals bring on anxiety. I want to say that so many people walking around and have anxiety, and it's the stuff that you're using. If you don't know where it's coming from, get rid of some of the chemicals that's around you. Any ailment, I feel like that. If your doctor can't figure out what's wrong with you, I really strongly suggest Start deleting the chemicals out of your life. And I believe that you'll feel better, especially babies. I want to say this while I'm talking.
Okay.
Dreft is no good for our babies. People buy it because it smells good. Dreft is no good. I want people to not use Dreft, or yeah, I do. I want people to not use Dreft. And it gives babies bad eczema.
Wow.
Eczema, yeah.
Wow.
Um,
So Samantha, what about the little smell good bees, as I was referencing earlier? People like for their clothes to smell good, so they want to use these downy bees or these game bees or the other types of bees are out there. Can you talk about that a little bit
They are
from your
hormone
perspective?
disruptors. They are hormone disruptors. That's the best way I can say it. And they are hormone disruptors. And when us ladies have, I'm gonna say that time of the month, and you're using that, if you find that you can't get right, get them beads out of your life. Those beads are treacherous. I want to say it. Those booster beads. Why do they make those? For what? Just for the fragrance. Fragrance is killing. Fragrance is killing us, and I get so upset with it. But fragrance. The word fragrance is a chemical itself. We never really
Mm.
think about that, but the word fragrance is a chemical, and we are using all this stuff because it smells good. Me personally, Lenora, I think it's a setup. I do. I think they got all of these things out here that smell good. I don't want to say that, but anyway, it's a setup. It's no good for us. And if you look at it, I looked in the store the other day. I actually took a picture of it. They had everything in the stores: Downy, Snuggle, all the bad stuff. It's all on sale. It's really like cheap. That's how I saw it at. I was like, all of this stuff is so cheap, and it breaks my heart when I watch the people go over there. You want to get two of them big games because they just $18 today. And anyway, it's bad. It's bad.
So I want to ask you, what are some alternatives to people washing their clothes? What are some alternatives? But before we go to that, I do have a few comments. Individuals want to ask you a question. And of
Okay.
course, if she can answer the question, she will. But if not, then she'll probably say, get with her. She can do a little bit
Okay.
more research for you. But Brianna said, I'm allergic to the sun. Do you know what may be the cause of that?
No. And I've never heard that, to be honest. You're allergic to the sun.
Right.
I wonder what is the reaction, or is this something that you're not putting on your skin
Wow.
to protect your skin from the sun? That's the only thing I could think. And if I had
Okay.
to guess off the top of my head, I would just say sunflower oil. That's a good thing for the sun. I put that, I make that for sun for my own self
Sunflower oil.
because of
And
the
what is the
spot.
sunflower oil used again for?
It
What
has that sun SP5 in it that they keep telling us to get, which I find it does help. But I just use the sunflower because it's natural. I don't think she would want to don't put a something that has a chemical in it if you're already irritated. So I would and I'll look some more. If you want to get in touch with me, you can. I'll look some more, but I've never heard that. But what I use is sunflower oil with a few extra essentials that I put in it. You know what I mean? I
Okay.
make a little synergy and put it in there, and just to protect myself when I go outside in the sun.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you so much, Samanthia, for
Um,
providing that. Again, you guys, make sure that you like, share this podcast so that other people can tune in and find out some really good information from a holistic standpoint. This information you will not find when you go to your regular doctor. And of course, disclaimer, do your own research. Samanthia is presenting based upon her research and based upon her experience.
right.
And of course, my sister working my screen there. Visit Lenora Ports for more information. Absolutely. And you always can visit my website, lenoralassiter.com. And Sherry said, you know who Sherry is, right, Samantha?
Yes. Hi, Sherry.
What about oils? I can't walk around stinking.
So, oils. I love oils. That's my whole life. That's what I deal with. But the oils that I use are essential oils and natural oils. But the other oils, the what we call them Muslim oils in New York, those are for me, they're killers. I hate to even talk about people's stuff because people love it so much, but it's so toxic. It's so toxic. We don't even realize what's going on with you when you're breathing it in. If somebody
So
walk past me with that on, I just get crazy. I get crazy. But Sherry, essential oils is what I would suggest. And it's not easy because you have to make a synergy. You know what I mean? You can get one oil and put it on your skin, but if you can get you some essential oils, find one that you can smell that smells like you would like to smell. You have to dilute it in another oil and wear that. And I wear it all the time. And people always telling me I smell good
so
because
what
it's
do you wear,
different.
Samanthia? What do
I
you
wear
wear?
I take three oils and put them together. So it's really just called for Sam. I really don't even have a name for it, but it's just like three oils. I just put them together.
Do you
Um,
know the name of those oils off the top of your head now that you
you,
make your
yeah,
concoction?
yeah. If you want to, if something, try jasmine. Get jasmine essential oil. Um, Get ylang ylang. YLANG. And when you put these oils on you, they are medicinal. So you should get an effect from these oils. Ylang ylang will make you feel happy. So I always use it. You can actually take that oil and put it under your feet in the morning just to get your day started and just boost you up in a happy mood. Um, a lot of people like to wear lemongrass. You could wear
Yes, I love
patchouli.
lemongrass.
Right. Or you could wear patchouli. However, you have to be very careful with the oils. Make sure that you dilute them. Do not take the oil straight out the bottle and put it on your skin. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Just you have to dilute it in something, in another oil, which would be a coconut oil or jojoba oil, even olive oil, as long as it's a natural oil.
Wow, that's good. That's good stuff. Y'all like, share this podcast. People want to know how they can smell good without all the chemicals. She
Yeah.
just gave us a few. She said, was
And
it jasmine?
for men, cedar wood is nice and sandalwood is nice. It's also good for your skin. If you just take it, it's good for your after shave.
Okay.
Cedar wood is great for aftershave. You can just take you some to the men. If you can just take you some cedar wood, drop you about 4 or 5 drops in some oil, you can just really use that in.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. So we're going to continue this conversation. Let me get a few more of these comments up, Samanthia.
Okay.
Beverly said, do you suggest using unscented products would help the problem? And I think that gears towards what I said I was going to come back to. So we may seem like we're flip-flopping between the discussion of essential oils and then the products for us to wash our clothes. So what are some products? And y'all, again, we're going to go back and forth. Just follow us. I encourage you, if you follow us, you're going to get some good information.
Right.
So in regards to the cleaning of our clothes and things of that nature, what type of products, because unscented products may not necessarily be the best products. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not the subject matter
Unscented
expert.
unscented is the best, but it's so crazy because it takes a chemical. They have to use a chemical to unscent. So sometimes
Wow.
unscented is not unscented. That's Sometimes unscented is not unscented. Like Dove, I gotta say it. Dove unscented is not unscented. If you just Dove unscented is still scented, and I would just not use it. But some things that you can use. To be honest with you, my options are very small because you can't hardly find anything that's unscented. So what I suggest to people is all clear and free.
Oh,
All ALL. Yeah,
yes.
all that's what I use from ever since I. No matter what else I try to use, it's not like all. All is truly free and clear. And
Okay.
they have the fabric sheets. They have all free and clear fabric sheets. You
Okay.
you could go and get you some essential oil, but you want to make sure that you have 100% essential oil. Um, and you could take the essential oil and sprinkle it on your dry sheets.
Okay.
on your unscented sheets and throw them in the dryer. And I promise you, your clothes will have a nice smell to
Smell.
them. Be nice and
Okay.
fresh. Method is what I would usually use for fragrance. If y'all know Method, Method has a ginger mango fabric softener. It was really good. And I'm saying this just to say because they no longer have it. I've been using it. It never bothered me. And I know that I'm sensitive, but they have took it off the shelves because they say that it has something in it. So now I use nothing. Now I have nothing because I didn't run into anything else. So that's what I'm telling you about the fabric sheets. That's what I was. Since they took Method and I'm down to nothing, now I
Okay.
take my clear and free fabric sheets
Okay.
and I just douse them with essential oils and throw them in a dryer just to get a fragrance.
Wow.
That's how
Wow.
that's how I've been doing. Fabric sheets, the scented fabric sheets are actually worse than the powder itself, the dish liquid itself. The sheets are worse. So if you have to use fragrance, don't use them all. Don't use the Gain detergent plus the fabric softener plus the booster beads plus. Don't do that. It's so hurtful to females. It really messes with our reproductory system. Yeah, you get all kind of stuff. You don't know
Wow.
how you got it, and it's only because you're inhaling these things.
And you know what, Samantha, I have to say, if people really look at it, those chemicals do affect. Because we know, like with ladies, they say, when that time, the month or what have you, craving chocolate. That's a
That's right.
chemical reaction, right?
That's right.
So we
That's
know that a
right.
chemical can have an adverse reaction to our bodies and things
That's
of that
right.
nature. So y'all, she just gave you some great tips. Get
Right.
those free. You said free,
All free and clear.
all free and clear. Get those
Fabric
sheets,
sheets.
fabric sheets, and you can put some essential oils on it and use those as your dry sheets instead of
Right.
using the Bounty, instead of
Right.
using the Gain, and
You're not
those other
gonna get
things that's full of chemicals.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
so make sure you guys take that into consideration. So I hope that helped you out, Beverly. Sherry said, "What is your contact information, Samanthia? How can people reach out to you on social media to get
Okay.
some additional
Let me share.
information?"
So my whole account, my whole life, I just want to say this real quick, has been hacked. And I'm really starting over. If anybody want to get in touch with me, just go through Facebook, maybe messenger me for now. And I'm working on a whole nother way. But for right now, it's just Facebook and Messenger.
Gotcha. So just look her up on Facebook. Her information is listed there in the question that Sherry proposed. Samanthia Harris. That's how you can get in contact with her. Brianna says she will be contacting you, Samanthia. She will
Okay,
be getting
Brianna,
contact with you.
I will
And
accept you.
also, Sherry said, "What can you use for your underarm? Because, honey, it is too hot to be walking around musty."
Can I run 1 second and just show you something?
Sure, sure. So while she's getting that, I will also suggest for those who are looking for cleaning products, you can check out Seventh Generation. You can check out their cleaning products as well. If you go to Sprouts, I'm not endorsing any of these stores. Let me give y'all my disclaimer. I'm not endorsing any of these stores or endorsing paid endorsement for these products, but you can check them out. You can go to Sprouts. Sprouts has a section that have cleaning products that are chemical free, paraben free, and all those other bad chemicals. They're depleted out of there so that you still can wash your clothes. Because again, we can't have y'all walking around here with dirty clothes. I can't be walking around with dirty clothes. So there are things out there. Go ahead, Samanthia.
Just to show them these really quick. These are the all dryer sheets.
Okay.
What you take and put these essential oils on it. But since Sherry asked that question, I just want to say
Sure.
that I use this. Right?
Okay.
And so whatever I use, my children have to use. So my daughter.
And that was Under Armour unscented?
Under Armour Ultra Max unscented.
Ultra Max. Can you shift it a little bit? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Ultra
Now,
Max.
you see that?
Okay.
So my daughter was here. My daughter is here. She's walking around the house, and I keep feeling sick. And I'm like, "What's going on? It must be something here because there's not one chemical in my house." Anyway, it's not one chemical here. So I'm like, "What did you?" I said, "What?" She passed by me. I said, "What do you have on?" She said, "I have on the deodorant that you bought for me. No, I have on the deodorant that you told me to get." And I was like, "Okay." So I wait, and then I said, she came back again. I said, "Let me see the deodorant." And she came back, and I said all that because I want to show y'all this. You see this?
Essentials. Okay.
You see that one versus this one. She got the wrong thing. I just want to show you. You see this little sign right here that says
turn it a little bit. Okay, good.
You see it?
Okay.
Right. This little sign right here, it says fresh scent or rosemary. I just want to tell you that this is totally different from this.
Okay.
But it still says unscented. It says
Wow.
free of aluminum parabens and phthalates. I just want to say that this sign right here, guys, whenever you see something on the thing that says fresh is a chemical.
Wow.
Fresh is a chemical. So you might go in the store and let me get me a secret unscented deodorant. And it's going to say unscented, but then on the bottom it might say fresh lavender. That ruins the whole thing because it's not real lavender. It's just a fresh fragrance. And it's the same thing.
Because I'm going to be honest, and there's no knock. I use Tom's, but even with Tom's.
I know.
And
you want to know something, Lenora? That was my first deodorant. But you know what they say now, Lenora? They say it's not what they say it is. It irritates my children. It irritates my children. Yep. One more thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about soap.
Okay.
Because I use good soap. And it's literally good soap.
Okay.
You see it? And it comes avocado, apple cider vinegar.
Wow.
Cucumber, peppermint. And you guys can find this at Whole Foods if you go.
So let me ask you this, Samanthia, in regards to soap. Okay. I use Shea Moisture.
I think that Shea Moisture is okay.
Okay.
I've never used it. But I use other Shea Moisture products and they never bother me.
Okay. So that's the soap I use. I use Shea Moisture, or unless I find a local business owner who makes natural soap, but still you got to make sure it's natural because a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm a Dove user."
Right.
Before you talk about that. Let me read some of these comments. Okay, we got that one already. Brianna says, "See, I better leave this to a professional and just purchase it." I don't know what she's referencing, but probably something that you referenced earlier. And Sherry said, "Ylang-a-lang." Is that correct?
YLANG 2 times. Ylang-a-lang.
Okay, I had it spelled right on my sheet. She sometimes she don't comprehend.
Right.
She don't get it.
Right.
I'm gonna have to talk to my COO because she should have been able to. Never mind.
Right.
Thank you, Latrice. Latrice helped out. You know to help me, Sherry. That's how you spell it. Ylang.
Right.
Thank you, Latrice.
Sherry is hilarious anyway. You know that. So
She is. Okay, we got some more comments here. Sherry said, "Brianna, please don't go making nothing. You're gonna walk around here smell like a piece of fried chicken. Lord have mercy." That's why you gotta reach out to Samanthia. Because we definitely don't want you to walk around smelling like pure cedarwood. Because I bought cedarwood before. Cedarwood. You got, like you said, you got to know how to mix those oils, Samantha. Right. You got to know how to mix them and then dilute them and use that carrier oil. That's important too. So, that's good stuff. And she said, exactly. Rashia said, "I've heard that baking soda is a great alternative for cleaning and vinegar and water for windows."
I agree. Yep, that's exactly what I use.
Thumbs up.
That's
Thumbs
exactly
up.
what I've used. Yep.
All right, Rashia. So that's good
Yep.
stuff. And she said, can you put the oils in water and soak a sponge in it? She's heard about that too.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. And you want to use lemon and lime and eucalyptus when you're cleaning the house, like,
Okay. So
Even
I like
orange.
so I like Miss Myers cleaning products.
Yeah, yeah. Me
That's
too.
Yeah, I like that. So you better go ahead, Miss Rashia, with all this good info.
Yeah.
Sherry said, will oil stain your clothes?
No, not
No.
essential oil. If it's 100% essential, that's a good thing. You will not get a stain on your clothes. I've spilled it many times. If it's 100%, and I tell you what, if you get a stain, it's not 100%.
Okay. And the reason why Sherry asking that question, because she used the vegetable oil. You know what?
Right, right, right.
You know when vegetable oil get on your clothes, honey,
Yeah,
it's stained. So that
right,
let you
right.
know that is
Huh?
not.
Vegetable oil is not a carrier. Don't use that with that.
Yeah. So you shouldn't be frying your chicken and vegetable. Stop.
Right, right.
Beverly said thank you. So I guess she got some information she was looking for too. Brianna said, Miss Samanthia, I am addicted to smelling good. I love for my scent to be left when I walk past someone. I spend 5 minutes every morning spraying every piece of clothing that I wear. And I know her, and she used Bath and Body Works. Boom, I'm sorry we got to drop the bomb. Talk about Bath and Body Works.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's Brianna.
That's Brianna.
Oh,
That's Miss
Brianna.
Allergic to the Sun, Brianna.
Brianna, I don't want to blame it on them products, but Brianna, that's a lot. That is a lot. And I don't know for sure. But get rid of some of that and see if you get better with the sun. I'm so serious. And Bath and Body Works is the most toxic. They really, really are. And I know what you mean, because I know some people that's why I'm all the way over here in my corner, because everybody love to smell good. And I get it. But y'all, it ain't good for us. It's not good for us. And I don't want it to hit you. Because you know when it's going to get you? If it don't get you now, and God forbid, I hope it don't get you, period. But if it does, it's going to be around those menopausal times. It's going to be, maybe after having a baby, if it hasn't already. I just feel like at that time, I don't know, our bodies are opened up. I don't know, but it seems like that to me. But Bath and Body Works, I'm just going to be honest, is brutal. I don't like it at all. When I go, I avoid Bath and Body Works, period. If I came anywhere where Brianna was, Brianna, I would have to leave. My medicine is avoidance. Other than that, I'm gonna have all kind of, symptoms going on. But I really, really wish that you would find something else. And I know you like to smell good. Find something else other than that. And then it's so crazy because even I'm trying to think of something she could use, but
well, you gave us the ylang ylang. You gave us about the jasmine. You also mentioned the lemongrass. So, Samanthia, we're going to talk about your products in just a little bit, but that's something that you can possibly come up with because, of course, you can see this audience loves to smell good. I love to smell good. And I know that's one thing I got to get rid of out of my life are those oils that the guys in the mall sell, and I'll pick up one or two for a good price, and they smell wonderful. But you're saying that these oils contain certain chemicals that are not good for our body. Likewise with these products at Bath and Body Works that we constantly layering our skin. And as I stated, our skin is our largest organ. So this stuff is penetrating into our bloodstream.
That's right. That is right. And I was about to say something. It jumped out of my head. And it's about Bath and Body Works. I guess it'll come back to me. So something that I have tried. I have tried to create a fragrance. And you know how I've been doing it? I've been doing it, but like on a one-on-one. So I haven't created something for everybody. I created something for her because she asked for it. People like patchouli and lemon together. You could try that if you know what I mean, if you wanted to. But I don't think Brianna's going to get what she's looking for out of essential oil. because she used so much of it. You know what I mean? She sprayed this and sprayed that. My stuff is nowhere near as strong as her stuff.
But you stated earlier, Samanthia, that you may walk past someone and they say you smell good. So it has to have some type of effect. And it did. Then it depends on a person's body chemistry, their
There you
pH
go.
level.
That's exactly right. You're exactly
See,
right.
I sound like I know what I'm talking about.
But that is true. She could put it on and smell more louder than I would. You know what I mean? It does. It's our chemical. Everything is going to smell different on all of us.
Right.
So you
and then she also says she loves sprouts. Latrice is laughing. I think she was laughing when I was talking about Sherry earlier. Roderick is on. He said, hello, everyone. She also spelled out, she still spelled the Ylang wrong. Without the A. Y-L-A-N-G.
Right.
Latrice is laughing and she's showing some love. And she said, Lenora Dawson Lasser will be walking around smelling like an entire forest with all that cedar oil. Absolutely. That's why I had to leave it alone.
Right.
Because I used to dibble and dab in that years ago because I just love natural products because I used to suffer so bad with eczema. I mean, so bad with eczema. And I didn't, my parents back then in those days, they didn't know about all these natural products and stuff. Right. Even though their parents probably may have not, I don't know. But the disclaimer, they really didn't know how to handle my eczema. So they took me to the dermatologist. Guess what? Give me a cream for this. Give me a cream for that. Give me a cream. And right now I have some hyperpigmentation because of those steroid creams. They will write the prescription, give you this prescription, and will not even tell you what the side effects are to those different prescriptions that they're writing for you.
Ooh. I know all about it. I know.
It's terrible.
It is terrible.
And Sherry is threatening me. She said, quit lying, Lenora Dawson. I will shut this podcast. I guess that's what I was talking about, that grease. Grease. All right. My husband is on. He said, good information. Absolutely.
Hello.
Brianna said, in Victoria's Secret, that's another brand a lot of ladies like. Chemicals, y'all.
So you know what? You know why it took me so long? I'm gonna tell you why I got pushed back, because I have to talk about the bad things I have to talk about the bad that everybody loves. You know what I mean? That's been holding me back. But I'm like, woo, Victoria's Secret. I went there. Anyway. I don't go there no more. I don't deal with it. I went the last time I went there. I was sick for like 4 days, and I didn't buy perfume. But the things that I bought had perfume all over them because of the workers' hands. I carried it with me all the way home. I was sick for like 4 days, so I quit Victoria's Secret after that. I don't even deal with it anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. And it doesn't even matter. You can wear perfume. What I've discovered, because I wanted to say, is that I never knew about natural. Before this came on me, I didn't know that nothing was natural. I thought that what we was using was natural. So I had to learn, learn all about it. So, of course, my mom didn't know anything about it. You're right. She could not help me at all.
Right.
They don't know.
And a thing that people don't like to read, they don't want to read labels.
Right.
And if we really would take out the time, Samanthia, I mean, I know it would take time to go to a store, but if we really pick up a bottle of whatever it may be, a container of whatever it may be, a box of whatever it may be, because we haven't even touched on food. Right. But if we read what's all in those products and Google it, we would be surprised.
Just that quick. And, I'm sorry, I keep losing my thought. Oh my God.
I couldn't even tell it. We flowing.
Oh my God, I was about to say something. Go ahead. Continue to say what you're saying. I hate that that's happened, but.
No worries. Okay. But what I'm saying is, it's so important. They're getting on me, Samanthia. Because I called Brianna out. So now they finessing on the show.
Oh my God.
I love y'all anyway. And Sherry's husband said, well, Sherry got to throw all of her bath and body and smell goods away. Your husband said you got to throw it out.
The good thing about going natural is you feel different. you're gonna if you really do get rid of all of your chemicals, you will feel the difference from when you put on natural stuff, because it's gonna be lighter. I don't know it's gonna be lighter. You're gonna notice some things that go away
I
because it's a
agree.
big difference.
I
It's a
agree.
big difference.
I
Yeah.
agree. Sherry said, "What about homemade body butter? Lenore Dawson Lasser needs some for her rough feet." Now, I mean, she's partly honest. I ain't gonna say my feet is rough, but I get a lot of dry skin on the bottom of my feet, so I have to constantly exfoliate because of the skin, the dry
What do
skin
you
buildup.
exfoliate with?
You know what I use? I use, when I don't go to the nail salon, I will actually use some apple cider vinegar and that Aztec clay. I will put it in there and a drop of lavender, and I'll use a board and scrub my feet.
Okay. I have a foot scrub, but you know what I scrub my feet with? I scrub it with sugar. Sugar inside of an oil, whichever one you choose, because you're just really cleaning your feet. You just want that grit, but it does wonders. It does
Right.
wonders. I don't go to the nail salon anymore. I just started doing my own thing, and I feel like I've been doing better than them, and my toenails are clearing up because I'm not sticking them. And if you know that little blue stuff they drop in the water,
Yes.
that's drying your feet out.
And
That's
that's the chemical.
that's a chemical, exactly. And they're gonna tell you it's something to make the water soft, or at least that's what they told me. But no, it's not. Your feet are so dry and hard. I mean, that's what was happening for me anyway. But
Wow.
yeah,
Sherry said, Lenore Dawson, last time I sent Roger T. Williams to your house. He is under my cabinet trying to throw away my smell. Well, honey, y'all better work that out. Y'all better work that out. I'm just have to send them to your mama and your daddy house and send them to his mama house, honey, because y'all work that out. Samanthia,
right.
they're going to blame us now, Samanthia. The ladies in yellow, we're going to get blamed for them having a tip for tat because he's trying to throw out her stuff. So Brianna said, what products do you prefer for shampoos?
Sam Essentials.
Bam.
Sam Essentials. And the reason why is because I made the shampoo for me because I could not use the chemicals. And I focused on with the conditioner, with the shampoo. I just focused on cleaning your hair. That's what my shampoo is gonna do. It's gonna clean your hair, and you have some stuff in there that's gonna open your follicles as long as you massage your hair. I believe that your hair grows because your follicles are open. That's what I think. When the hair is not growing, I just clearly think they're closed up, and they closed up because they have like a web over it that we cannot see, but it's from chemicals. That's why people are now making sugar. You notice that they're putting sugar in the shampoo and they scrubbing their scalp.
Oh wow, that's new for me.
Oh yeah, and I believe it's because they know you got to. It's like a layer on top of our scalp, and you gotta get it open. But anyway, I would recommend Sam Essentials because I believe in it, and it works. And the conditioner is conditioner. You know what I mean? I focus on stuff to put in there to condition your hair. And your lady told me, you can tell me if I'm right now.
Uh-huh.
Ooh,
no worries.
Okay. So remember when you took the oil?
Yes. Okay. So talk about that oil there, Samanthia.
This is my hair oil. This oil, was inspired by my late girlfriend, Naima. Naima had cancer and all her hair came out. I had never made anything for growing hair before that. And she was upset because her hair just all came out. And I felt so bad. And I went, and I made this hair oil and she used it. And we watched her hair just start coming back. And after a while, people started asking me for it. I just made them the same thing I made her. So I put it in, put it in here. And this oil has my hair growing. Like this oil has my hair growing, and I have 7 ingredients in here. 7 ingredients in here. But
wow.
Yeah. And
And
it's
you
good stuff.
hand make your products, Samanthia?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
You hand make your products?
I hand make my products. Thanks for asking that, Lenora, because I want to tell people that every single thing I make is only with oil. Like I don't, and I'm only making things like I don't really make beauty products. My product that I'm making is because I got sick, and every ailment that I had to make me something for it because there's no medicine for me.
Right.
They could give me nothing, so I had to make my own way to feel good. So, like I said about the lady with the about when I had acid reflux. I never
Right.
had acid reflux in my life, but they diagnosed me with acid reflux. The man gave me 10 little pills and he said, "You go home and take these and you'll be okay." But I ain't take the pills. I went home and I put me some stuff together and the acid reflux went right away. To be honest, I
Wow.
don't use it anymore because I feel like I killed it. And I had it for about 2 months and it was crazy. And then I gave it to a few other people and they really, really liked it. So everything, can you see this?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can see it. And that may lead to this other question that I have here. In regards to Beverly states, you mentioned some lotion can cause arthritis. Do you think the chemicals can also be the cause of other aches and pains? And then talk about some of those essential oils that you
For
have
sure. For
behind.
sure. For sure. For sure. I believe that the aches and pains in our body is coming from what we're putting on our body and
Mm,
putting in our body, of course, what we're eating and what we're putting on our body. And my thing is if I can't eat it, I don't put it on me. That's
wow.
that's me. If I cannot eat it, I do not use it. So when we talk about ingredients, just to help out just a little bit, if you pick up something and you're reading the ingredients, if you cannot pronounce the words,
Mm,
then you probably shouldn't use it. Not even probably, you shouldn't use it. And doctors
wow.
even know that. If you can't pronounce it, don't use it because it's just a whole bunch of stuff that we don't need on our skin and in our body. But yes, I believe that especially fabric softener, especially Febreze. I experienced this. I'm in a house and somebody sprayed Febreze, and next thing you know, I get real weak. I get real weak. I get aches and pains all in my body, and I'm like, where's this? It's coming from what I'm inhaling. It is.
Wow.
That's definitely the truth. Yeah,
Wow.
lotions and stuff, rubbing it on your skin. Look at it. Read the ingredients, and Google it. See what it says. Because I heard you say something about Dove earlier. I just want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I use Dove. I was not using Dove. Somebody spent the night at my house, and just to help me out, he bought some unscented soap. My brother. He bought unscented soap.
Right.
He took a shower, but every time he came near me, I felt really, really sick. And I'm like, what do you use? And he said, I use Dove, unscented. And I'm looking, I can't say nothing because I tell him to get unscented. And he went and got unscented. But he
Right.
got Dove. And I just had to sit down this day and I Googled Dove. And if you guys Google Dove, you know what it says? Um, Dove is the soap from hell. Dove is it's horrible. They should have been took it off the market. And I want to say, I might not be 100% about this, but do you know that in the UK, they do not use Dove. They do not use Gain. They do not use, it's a lot of stuff that we use over here and they do not use over there. And I'm like, America is crazy. But definitely the product that you're putting on your body. I want to say especially the cheap stuff. We just go in the store real quick. My friend
Yep.
did it. She says, I'm gonna get something. And she went in the dollar store, Dollar General, and you got something. It says hydrocortisone. She put it on her skin and it made everything worse. And I'm like, and I don't want to say it's because it costs $1. You get what you pay for. You got what you paid for.
Right.
But yeah, definitely I believe that lotions and creams, if it's not natural, yes, it is contributing to your pain. If it's not the cause, it is contributing to it, is what I believe.
So we're going to talk about your essential oils,
Okay.
some of them that can assist with this pain. I'm going to get another few more comments here. Sherry called us banana sisters because we got on yellow. We was getting on her early, but that's okay. She's okay. She's okay. She'll be all right. She'll be all right.
Right.
Rashida said, what about using leftover coffee grinds to make body scrub? Coffee grounds, water, coconut oil. You better come with it, Rashida.
That's right, Rashida. Exactly. That's the first thing I learned about. I had to use coffee so much in the beginning because not only can you scrub your skin with it, you can also inhale it and it'll take away whatever fragrance was in my nose messing me up. Coffee will clear it straight out. And yeah, that's great. I actually have done that. When I don't have what I need, I get some coffee, put it in that jar, put some oils in it. Yep, and scrub my skin with it. It's great. And it gives you a boost. Like as if you drink it.
Wow. And you know what? You're right about how it removes that fragrance, because if you go to the mall and like me, smelling those different oils, after you smell the oil, they give you the what? The coffee beans. To smell the coffee beans to remove the scent so that your nose can be able to process the new scent. Exactly. So thank you so much, Rashia, for bringing that up tonight, and Samanthia co-signing it. Now, Sherry saying contact Samanthia via Facebook Messenger to obtain her natural homemade products. I'm telling y'all, I use her shampoo and I use her conditioner and I use her oil when I go to my stylist. And my stylist, he is very, I will say, I'm not going to say picky, but he is very opinionated when it comes to products. And he stated that Samanthia products for my hair worked really well. It really cleanses. And I don't know if it's like a mint smell or something, but there's a smell that's like left on my hair after he washed it. Is there a mint ingredient or some type of eucalyptus ingredient in your hair products?
Yeah. I believe it's peppermint and ylang ylang. I believe that's
okay.
Peppermint, ylang ylang. Peppermint, ylang ylang.
Okay.
And I want to say it's rosemary, but it's about three things. But what you're smelling, I know that's that peppermint and ylang ylang mixed up together.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for letting us know that. Oh my gosh, man, we got so many comments coming in here, and I want to make sure I get them so people questions can be answered here. Sherry said, what about for headaches? What is one of your essential oils or something for headaches?
Sherry, for headaches, you take some peppermint oil and you put 2 to 3 drops in your hand and you inhale. Even take the residue and rub it in your head where it hurts at. Other than that, if you have migraines all the time, feverfew. I will put my life on this because I want people to know feverfew will rid of your migraines. You have to take it every day like it's a supplement, but I promise you, this thing will rid of. This thing beat Imitrex, Trexament, ibuprofen. You understand, and it takes your headache away. So there's something in this pill that's called Butterbur. When you get a minute, Google Butterbur. Wow. And then go get you some. It's something that grows on the tree, but if we could eat it every day, y'all, I think we wouldn't have no headaches, period. That's what I think.
Wow. Wow. So if y'all missed that, you got to watch the replay. Samanthia just gave you a holistic alternative supplement that you will need to implement into your diet every single day in lieu of Advil, in lieu of Tylenol, in lieu of ibuprofen. Because what people don't realize is that those medicines, they're messing up our digestive tract,
liver, your kidney. It messes up stuff. It might work over time, but it's really messing us up. It is. I don't even think the medicine is what they say it is anymore.
I got you. I totally.
Medicine don't work like it used to.
I totally agree, Samantha, and I think that is the reason why we have so many people now on dialysis. I mean, I'm not that old, but when I was younger, Samanthia, I did not see so many dialysis centers on every single
Right.
block.
Right.
Because
Right.
you know why? The medicine that these doctors are providing, that are suggested by these pharmaceutical companies, people take them every single day. But what they don't realize is that they never incorporate a detox period to detox that medication out of their
Woo.
system, and the
Right.
medication is compacted. So then they start having side effects
That's right.
from the
That's right.
medicine, and then it leads to their liver problem. It leads to kidney stones. It leads to all these other things. Talk about that a little bit.
That's right. That's right. You know, just to talk about kidney stones, I'm gonna talk about that because I had that. I had kidney stones a long time ago, but I had 21 stones in my body. But when I sat, I was 23 years old. But I asked the doctor, "Why? How I get this?" And he told me. He said, "Too much seasoning in your food." This was
Oh,
too much seasoning in your food. And after that surgery, I still had problems after a while. But do you know that after I changed all my seasoning, which I changed that also because of the headaches and everything that was going on with the chemicals, I changed my seasonings completely. But seasonings got some stuff in it that we just don't know. But seasonings is really bad. And you know what else? Powdered drinks. Powdered drinks. You know the powder that you make the Kool-Aid and the powder with the 4C iced tea. That powder ain't no good for us either. It's that causes kidney stones. That's what I want to say. And I'm not the only one. You know, somebody else even shared that with me. So we had a similar story. And I'm like, yeah, I believe it. And if you Google it, you'll see, ask them, what's the harmful effects about this? What's the harmful effects about this? And you get your answer.
so what are some seasonings that you would suggest for our audience to use on their
You
foods?
know, this is where seasonings. I use gourmet seasonings. I use gourmet seasoning. I go to TJ Maxx also to get my seasoning, so I don't buy them out the regular store unless I get it out of Whole Foods and it says organic. I To be safe, I just get organic, just to be
Wow.
safe. Yeah. And how I changed my eating, I just started shopping out of the better stores. Out of the better stores, I had to teach myself, how do you eat better? Like a lot of people don't know. And when you get in the better stores, you see the better things. So I saw better seasonings. You know, I saw just
Wow.
organic, and that's really what I. That's the only way I know, just to go organic
Wow.
with the
Wow,
seasoning.
Samanthia.
You can get it maybe out of, I don't know. You might be able to get it out of Walmart too. You might see organic, but
And sometimes out of Ross.
right.
Sometimes they may have those things that's like towards the front whenever you check out. So some
That's
more
where,
comments here. Sherry said, like I've told people, if so-called natural products are made in a factory, they are not natural. That is just my 25 cents.
and I agree. I agree. And not for nothing, but I have got some products that said they're natural and they're not natural. They're not natural. I know they're not natural because my nose is running, or my throat is itching, or I'm feeling funny in my stomach. I listen to my body. Since this happened to me, you cannot. My body is over everything. If I feel it, I don't trust it. So
Wow.
much stuff out here. So much. So many people lying. You know that, right? Saying that this is this and it's not.
It's
It's
not. We got
right.
to do our due diligence and research, right, Samanthia?
For sure. For sure. For
Brianna
sure.
said, what are your thoughts on the requirements for masks? This is the most my face has broken out since wearing a mask daily.
Brianna, your face is probably breaking out because of the material of the mask. It might have. Listen, everybody was getting the mask and they was just getting them made and just getting them made. And it's the material, y'all. We getting all these fancy masks and that red and yellow and green. That's coloring and it's getting on your skin. And I'm sure that is contributing if it's something else helping that. But about the mask, I've been wearing the mask for 5 years before the pandemic. And I wore the mask because I had chemical sensitivity. So I'm trying not to smell people. But Brianna, the mask didn't help me. The mask, I'm gonna be honest, the mask did not help me. I just use it because it feels secure. It just helps me get past. But if I walk past a chemical, I still felt it. I still smelt it. So when they say, as far as COVID is concerned, I don't think that the mask is protecting nothing from COVID. But I ain't gonna get into that because it's a very touchy situation. But Brianna, get a get a organic mask. Or before you wear your mask, wash it out really, really good. Treat it like it has a chemical. I just really believe that. It happened to my niece too. Her whole face broke out, and I'm like, that's from the
Yeah.
mask?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's from the mask.
Just from the mask. Because like you said, those masks, they have the different dyes. And then you're taking them off, you're placing them down. And wherever you place them down, if you put it in your pocketbook,
Right.
you're putting it on your console, it's picking up a germ and you're putting it right back on your face. So
For sure.
Some things is common sense and logic.
Right.
Versus some other things. But that, like you said, that can be a very touchy subject.
Yeah, and I'm trying to just keep my cool because you know how I feel about that mask. Can I share something?
Go ahead.
I was wearing the mask. And I was wearing the mask. So when people would see me, because there was no COVID, when people saw me, they looking at me like, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? You know, like I had a problem, but I would just keep going. If I had to talk about it, I would talk about it. But when COVID came, I still had my mask on. But the people here in Greensboro, they weren't wearing a mask. When I went in the store and the people saw me with a mask, now they're running from me, which is what I needed them to do before COVID came. You understand? So when I saw it, I was like, COVID might be working out for me, you know, because the people are running, so I don't have to smell their fragrance. But the sad thing about it is this: they're about to make people, you know, not wear the mask anymore. But you see me, I'm still gonna have to wear my mask.
Right. Because of your chemical sensitivity.
Right.
But you use organic. You use organic.
Yeah. I have I'm down to one mask. You know how you can go through masks, but yeah, it's not even. It is organic. It is. You can just call it organic. I had one place, but listen, I can't even get it anymore since COVID came. I can't get it. I can't get it anymore. And since COVID came, I can't even get my products anymore like I was. I was so fine with that. Yeah, everything went up. Something I was paying $12.99 for before COVID is now $35. Right. So
inflation.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother soapbox.
It really is.
That I'm not even gonna get on. Not even gonna get on. Right. Sherry says, Samanthia Harris, well, I can't invite you to my house. I will send you to the hospital and you will be in a coma because she got so many plug-ins and this, that, and the third. So we all are learning, but we are learning what to implement to do things the more natural, holistic way. Because if it don't bother us now, it's gonna bother us later.
I pray it don't, and I don't want to put my thing on everybody, but we just don't know. I watch a whole chemical sensitivity group of people, and I listen to them. I don't involve myself with them. I just watch them and listen to them, and they don't know. They put it like this: if you get symptoms, so Sherry has all these things in her house. Sherry, if you just find yourself, you know, at some time, like maybe having this anxiety, having anything out of the norm,
headache,
body aches, memory loss, that's the main thing for me, you know. Oh my God, that's why I had to fight so hard. Memory loss. But let me tell you this: I am healing myself from chemical sensitivity, because really, like anything, y'all, it was a real fight, but really the fight is really in my head. The fight is in my head. So when I smell these things, I just have to nip it. You know what I mean? With anything. And I think I'm saying that to tell you guys. Yeah, to tell you guys, if you feel yourself feeling sensitive, don't let it take you like it took me, because truth is, I believe it don't have to. It
Right.
don't have to. You just have to recognize it. I've been going through it for years, but now that I see, I'm like, I didn't have to be sick that long. I
Wow.
didn't. I mean, I'm still healing. Don't get me wrong, but I
Right.
see how it can be done. I see
Right.
how it can be done. So,
Right. And
but
Sherry said, I thought Dove represent peace, not the devil. Laugh out loud. Well, she told you about Dove, so you better leave Doves flying and go find you
Dove is
some
the
organic.
devil. Dove is the devil. As much as I don't want to talk about stuff, Dove, I will fight Dove. Dove and Game, that's the devil. Dove and Game.
She just told y'all. Rashia said, I have a book called Prescription for Nutritional Healing by Phyllis Bach. It has all natural remedies using vitamins, minerals, herbs, and food supplements. So you guys, in
And that,
conjunction with listening to Samanthia, Rashia just shared this phenomenal book you can go and purchase.
and you know what, Rashida, thank you, boo, because I got that. I just had that book in my hand. That is what I heal myself with. That is my Bible. I go to it for everything. Me and Rashida are gonna be friends. Yeah, yeah, that is my book. I recommend the same thing. Thank you. I didn't bring it in here. I actually wanted to show it to you guys. I didn't bring it in here, but yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it has
Wow.
everything in it. And you go by that. That's the book that taught me. That book healed me. That book healed
Wow.
me. Yeah, anything pretty much is in that book. So I agree with her.
So if my husband is watching, which I know he is, we about to throw out all these chemicals. Throw them all out. And I've shared before because I've known in the past how different chemicals can have an impact in your life and in your body and stuff. So we have to slowly start migrating away from those things.
And you
Slowly
can do it one
migrate
at a
from that.
time.
So
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Brianna said, girl, I know you were joking, but that was deep. And I guess that was something that was stated earlier. Your daughter said, wow. Sherry said, Latrice, your mom is doing a great job. Yes, she is.
Aww.
She is definitely pouring tonight. Mallory is on. Miss Mallory is on. She said, what should you use for removing facial hair? So women who may have facial hair or even men, what is a product that is healthy? Do you know offhand? If not, you may have to research and get back with us. But what is a product that can be used
for removing facial hair? I don't know what you can use to remove facial hair, but I know what you can put on your skin after you remove the facial hair to keep those bumps at bay, to keep your skin smooth, to keep everything that you don't want to come apart. And I'll just give y'all a little secret. Frankincense will keep everything away out of your face. I'm just gonna say that because it will. So here's an aftershave and haircut oil. Me personally, it's for men and women. It's for men and women. After you shave your hair, wherever you shave at, wherever you shave, you take this and just rub it. And it's gonna remove all the irritation that you would have gotten if you didn't use that.
Wow. So Miss Mallory, that's something that you can use and implement into your regime, daily beauty regime, if that's for you or for someone else that you possibly be asking for. That's something that you definitely can use. Rashia said, what about using food for seasonings? Using lemons, fresh pepper or peppers, oranges, real garlic, basil, oregano, herbs you can grow for your seasonings.
Yeah. That is the best. That is the way to go. That is what to do.
That's good stuff. Thank you for sharing that. Brianna said, Lenora learned that from me about Ross. Oh, Lord. Now here she. Everybody want to get credit. So I want everybody who's watching, please give Brianna a hand about me learning about these natural products at Ross. Simply because we were at Ross the other day and they had some natural nuts that were organic and they were tasty. And she said, oh, this is where I buy my nuts from all the time. Thank you, Miss Brianna. Thank you. You just win an Oscar tonight for
Yep. That is my store. I go there first. TJ Maxx and Ross, that's where I get pretty much everything from.
Yeah. And I used to buy my alkaline water from Ross, but now I get it other places. Now, speaking of alkaline water, because you said the dollar store is different from either a Sprouts or a Whole Foods.
Right.
The dollar store sells an alkaline water. In comparison, now,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So, do you think that that water is in the same comparison as the essential water that is labeled alkaline that is sold at Sprouts?
You know what's so crazy? Everything not for everybody, and I can't do alkaline water. I drink distilled water.
Okay.
I drink distilled water, but at the dollar store, I know that there's a water. I don't know if this is the one you're talking about, but it's called, is it Geyser? Is it
This
Geyser?
is in
No,
a
it's
blue bottle.
Crystal. Say it again.
Now, it's not the crystal, but this one is in a blue bottle. I wish I had a bottle here to show you, but it's in a blue bottle and it says it's an alkaline water.
Oh, I don't know it. I'm not sure.
That's okay. But like you said, alkaline water may not be for everyone because even Brianna, she says she can't drink it because it gives her a headache.
Right.
So,
Wow.
like you said, everything may not necessarily be for everybody, just like every essential oil may not necessarily be for everybody as well. So you just got to, it's a trial and error.
Right, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So Sherry said, I have to agree. And Latrice says, she's so proud of you. Thank you. She's proud of you. Your daughter is so proud of you.
Wow. I'm proud of me too.
Brianna said, I wash my mask, but I use Tide and Gain scent boosters.
Brianna, stop doing that. You're putting it right on your face. Brianna, don't do that. Please wash it in something else. Wash it in something else. Wash it in all clear free. Please don't wash that and put it over your face. I don't know. Nothing may happen, but I don't want something to happen. And the thing about it is, it's silent, y'all. These things kill you silently. You know what I mean? By the time you get to the doctor, you in stage 3. You know what I mean? You don't know.
You so right about that.
Yeah, it sneaks up on you because you don't know what it is. And when you go to the doctor don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Samantha. I was talking to a lady and she said she had went to the doctor. And when she went to the doctor for like a checkup, she found out that she had stage 4 cancer.
Man.
Didn't even know it. Right. But like you said, these are silent killers. And this is what I advise, and this is just coming from Lenore's standpoint. You can also find you a holistic practitioner. And I went to a holistic practitioner probably like maybe 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And he suggested for me to get a full metabolic panel, do blood work. And from my blood work, he was able to see what my levels were in my body for my iron, for my different vitamins, the different, things that we should have. And he was able to look at my results. And he said, Lenore, he said, your liver had a high, I don't know the correct terminology, but it was too high. The enzyme level was too high. He said, these are the different herbal supplements that I'm going to give you, and you need to detox your liver because it's overworking itself.
Wow.
So that's something that people can do. And I'm not telling you all to forsake your regular physicians or anything like that. But I think there's a way that you can merge these two things together so we can live a long and healthy life. I think that's very, very important.
Exactly. And you know what? Detoxing your body, that is the main thing that I have to do in order for me to have a good day. So I'm in the tub about 3-4 times a week, getting in some bath salts and some magnesium to detox my body. I also take a ISO tea sometimes because I told you I want to put the tea in and I want to soak in the stuff. So, it's going to meet. That's in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get in the tub and you drink the tea, you're going to get a good detox. And I actually feel it. You'll feel a boost and everything. I think that we all should detox our body more regularly than we do, just to help out.
So how often should we detox based upon...
You know what, Laura? It depends on how you're detoxing. If you're taking a bath like I am, just getting in the water as many times as you can a week, because tomorrow when you get up and go outside, you back in that environment again and just breathing in whatever we breathe in. This stuff goes in our nose and it just sits on our organs. And and when we don't detox, you know how you take your finger and you go across the dresser and some dust come off?
Yes.
That's what's going on with our organs. That's what's going on.
Wow.
And for us to operate in our, I'm gonna call it maximum. How am I gonna forget? For us to operate in our maximum. I'm sorry, that went out of my head. I don't know why. I think I got too excited about it.
That's okay. But you know what? You are so right about the stuff that we inhale, because I remember when I was a little girl, and not far from our neighborhood, they were putting this business, and the business do concrete and they do all that kind of stuff. And they was having community meetings where the people was trying to fight against this large concrete company in the area. And they were like, pollution.
Right.
Pollution is so important because we're breathing in this stuff. And I cannot like recall the exact study, but they said that these groups of people who live in a certain area, I don't know if it's the Amazon or where near the Amazon, I don't know.
Right.
But their health is so much better than people who live in a heavy polluted area.
Right. Right.
Because they're not inhaling those different things.
And those people for sure that are over there, you can definitely wipe off their organs and you're going to get, like as if it was dust. And what I wanted to say a minute ago was we have to keep disease out of our body. We have to detox our body, cleanse our body down to a cellular level. That's all I wanted to say. To a cellular level, y'all. We got to rinse off our cells every day in order to, to thrive and stay okay. So if you can't do, and not for nothing, I used to sit at my desk and drink lemon water, because just drinking lemon water is doing a lot for us. It's rinsing off your kidney. It's rinsing off your organs. Lemon water. If you can do that first thing in the morning and have a bath at nighttime, I think you'd be pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. I'm gonna read some of these comments here. Can't get all of them. Sherry said, I need to pray over my gain until it's gone. No, you just need to throw it out and gain you some more washing powder, washing detergent.
Right.
And I guess her and my brother having a little tit for tat there. He said bye, and she said hers. Okay, and I guess in regards to the stuff for the hair, facial hair, he said definitely will be good for stopping ingrown hairs, because a lot of men suffer from that. Sometimes after they may shave or after they get a haircut, they may suffer from like ingrown hairs.
Right. And that's what my aftershave is for. That's what my haircut oil is for. That's what I was trying to do, prevent that. Yes, for unwanted irritation, bumps, all of that.
Right.
And beard oil. And beard oil too.
Beard oil?
Yeah, I have beard oil actually, but I'm just saying it helps. My beard oil. I don't make my beard oil just to be beard oil. Everything I make, I want it to have a benefit. I want it to do something for you. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm. So let me get to this here. Somebody said, what about faucet water? And I think Brianna answered that. No, unless you buy a purifier. And she said, girl, I know that. Knowledge is definitely power. And what Samanthia is doing tonight, she's definitely sharing some great knowledge. Disclaimer, they are not medical professionals, so don't be telling nobody you were forced off your medication by watching this podcast. Thank you for saying that, Sherry. Thank you, because I tell you, nowadays, people will try to sue you over everything.
Right.
So thank you for the disclaimer, Sherry, and that's for the Lenora Pores. We're not medical professionals. Do your research. Absolutely. Right. We're talking based upon experience and research that Samanthia has done. Rashia said lemon water naturally clears your skin too from the inside. And if you add a little apple cider vinegar, it helps heal your esophagus from acid reflux. Absolutely. Rashia, you got a new best friend.
Right.
You right up Samanthia alley. Right up her alley. And not only that, but I've been taking my apple cider vinegar, the mother now, make sure it's the mother, every single day for the last like 3-4 weeks. And I can just tell a difference even with my skin.
Right.
I
Right.
can tell. I can tell.
Right.
And you can tell a difference with your body and
Right.
everything. I mean, that's good. Now, what about black seed oil?
Black seed oil is really, really, really good. Even though I hardly use it, it's
Okay.
really good because I had a bad experience, but I'm sensitive. Whereas
Right.
everybody else around me, like my brother, he could take it every day. He could take a spoonful every day, but it's really powerful and it does some really good things for the inside, is what I hear. I believe
Okay.
it. I believe it.
So,
Black seed oil is good.
so real quickly, Samantha, can you talk about some of your essential oils that you have behind you? Can you talk about what the different ones are kind of used for?
Yeah. Yeah. So these essential oils right here, all of these bottles is something that I had to make for myself. So really quick, this pink one, this is a girl's best friend. That's what I call it. And it's for that time of the month. It's for that time of the month. Inside of it is I'll tell you one thing that's in. You just take it, roll it on you, inhale it, and it will rid of your hot flashes. It will rid of irritable moments when you're being irritable at that time of the month. I have
Ladies,
dark
y'all need to get that.
I have dark blemish remover for dark blemishes.
Okay.
For dark blemishes. I have a coat for a sore throat. Everything I made is because I experienced this and I had to make myself some medicine. So
Okay.
when I had a sore throat, I made a coat for my sore throat. And you just take it and you rub it. Voila.
Okay.
This is an eczema relief. I call it eczema relief because it is an eczema relief. However, if you just have a little mild rash that's not eczema, you can use this and it will, get rid of eczema,
Awesome.
just skin rashes, period. This is an acid reflux that I was talking about. This is
Okay.
magical. So many people ask me for this all the time. Instead of taking Nexium every single day for the rest of your life, get a bottle of this, rub it on your thing. And not for nothing, some people don't get it again because everybody's different. I have two people that use acid reflux and they was like, hey, I never had it again. So something
Wow.
in there triggered it away,
Wow.
And this is for pain. This is pain. I had so much pain in my body. At one time, I used to make this in a big jar and just every day when I get up. How did Beverly just ask me? She said, can you put lotions on your body and they hurt you? Yeah, they do. So I made this oil and I put it all over my body. Yeah, my hands, if they're crampy, it just melts away. It just melts away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um, this one is for healthy breasts. For healthy breasts because
Okay.
we females have some have fibrocystic breasts and some ladies just have little cysts in their breasts and I don't know what the doctor would give you, but I couldn't get anything and I made this and it went away. It went away.
Wow.
Soreness, everything. So it's for healthy breasts. And of course, I did my diligence, you know what I mean? And found the oils, put it in there, and made it for breast. That's my favorite, actually, to be honest with you. And not for
Okay.
nothing, it tends to give you a little lift if you know, the breast oil. This right
Okay.
here that I have is face wash.
Okay.
This is a face wash that I have. I put an acne sign on there because that's what this one is.
Okay.
So you wash your face with that. Then I have a facial toner just to get your pH balanced back in your face after
Okay.
washing it. And then I have a face oil. A face
Okay.
oil. Um, and my face oil is for beautiful and youthful skin. And the last thing I have right here is hair conditioner.
Okay.
Shampoo. You know about that because we talked about that. That is favorite. The last thing I just want to tell you about is bath salts. Get you some bath salts. Even if you don't get them from Sam Essentials, get you some bath salts and start soaking your body in the tub. It does wonders. People don't take baths because they say, I'm just soaking in my own dirt. It's not true. And if it is, soak in your dirt. You go to the pool and soak in other people's stuff. But
Ooh, yeah.
I have this. This is
Okay.
bath salt for menopause. So I just made this up just to show you guys that it's 3 different things in here. Okay, I made this one.
And I
All,
also have some love bath salts.
oh yes, you have that.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, I love that. It's a bunch of love in there. I put everything in there to make you feel love. So I hope you feel it. But
Yes.
and this is another one. I just wanted to show you that these are the ingredients that's in there. So you have Dead Sea salt, you have roses, you have salt from the Himalayas, and you have magnesium.
Wow.
Yeah, you mix that all up and soak yourself in it and get a good relief
Wow.
from that monthly stuff.
I got you.
Yeah, then
So,
I
so Sherry said, what is good to help you do a number 2 on a regular basis? Does that involve the foods you eat or what exactly, Samanthia?
believe it or not, but a detox bath would do that for you if you soak yourself in there good enough, long enough. But how I do Sherry, ISO. I'm also a TLC vendor, total life changes, and I live by ISOT. So that's what I use. That and my bath salts. Really, if I feel like I need to, move myself like that, I'll take me a bath. If I feel like I can't do it, I'll take me a bath and have a tea, and I'm gone the next morning.
And what I
That's
learned at work too, Samanthia, and since we just, keeping it 100,
right.
as Willie Mo Jr. say,
Right.
I learned just drinking like water and taking that shot of vinegar in the morning, it will move your bowels, people.
Wow.
It
Okay.
literally, and it will have you regular.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I've learned. Of course, different people do the detox teas and different things of that nature because
Right.
it gets the parasites and the toxins and stuff out. But that apple cider vinegar daily, if you're looking for a daily thing, because of course you can't detox your body with certain things every single day
Right.
because you have to give yourself a break. But
Right.
drinking that water and stuff is really, really, really good. Beverly says, so a big part of your essential oils work through inhaling them, correct? That's the
Correct.
question.
Correct. Mostly, it works through inhaling them. Um, yeah, it works through inhaling them. So you take essential oil or one of these products that I just showed you, put it in your hand, inhale, right? You can inhale it to make it work. You put it underneath your feet, between your toes, around your big toe, put your socks on. That's gonna work. I'm trying to think of something else. Another spot is behind your ears, your temples. Um, that's really it. But me personally, I love the inhalation. That that works for me. That works.
Okay. Thank you so much for asking that question, Beverly. And Joshua said, and pure sea moss.
And pure sea moss.
Sea
What about
moss.
it? We'll send you to
He
the
said sea
bathroom.
moss is good. Sea
Yeah, for
moss is good
sure.
to use.
For sure. I'm not a big sea moss user anymore, but when I did use it, somebody used to make it for me, but I believe it.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, Samanthia, I know Erica just said it will. I know the time we went over our time, but we would definitely get you back so we can talk about the foods that we eat too. We ain't even get to that part. That's
Right.
important, especially certain
Right.
cultures like to have highly seasoned food and like to have that pork and everything. But again, we are what we eat. So
Right.
I thank you so much for just sharing with us on tonight. It was just great. And Joshua said his homeboy gets the sea moss straight from Africa. So
Mhm.
so that's good stuff. I haven't had sea moss yet. My esthetician, she sells it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, they say that it's really, really good, but I gotta get some flavor. Somebody said it's
Right.
kind of
Right.
something,
Right.
digest. Beverly said, thank you. This was very informative. Thank you so much, Beverly, for
Right.
watching. And those who are watching, make sure that you share it. You can share this podcast over and over again. Share it in different groups so people can hear this stuff. They need to know that there
Mhm.
are essential oils, there are herbs, there are supplements that
Right.
can help us
Right.
with our health versus popping pills all the time.
Right.
Like they like to write them little prescriptions. Say, here you go fill it. We take it. Don't even read the side effects. But
Right.
just because they have on a coat and they tell us to take it, we just take it as gospel.
Right.
And we say, well, they say. Again, I'm not speaking against modern medicine because it's here for a reason. God made the doctors. Right. But we got to learn still they practice in medicine.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
But a lot of them know what they're doing as well. But I just want to say, make sure you do your due diligence. Right. While they're doing their due diligence, they went through these years of school and studied different things. Make sure you're doing your due diligence as well. Last but not least, I want to make sure that you all know again that Sister Pour Into Me will be held on July the 31st. Get your tickets. Bring your lady friends, your girlfriends out. Danielle Coaster, she is also very versed and knowledgeable about different essential oils and herbs, and also will be touching on a holistic standpoint during this women's empowerment. So make sure that you get your tickets today. Don't wait, get them today. Samanthia, what's one thing you can pour for the last minute before we end the show?
Okay, I want to say this. Summer is almost here, and really, I don't want nobody to use perfumes and all of these things that we talked about. But summertime is the worst time. So if you don't get rid of it, just bring it down a notch. You know what I mean? Don't use so many of them. But summertime is the worst time. It affects us more in the summertime, and we still not going to know. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Latrice says such a great conversation, Lenore. Thank you so much, Latrice. Thank you so much. And guys, let me let y'all know, y'all can travel from whatever state y'all in to come to the Sister Pour Into Me Women's Empowerment.
Yeah,
y'all know how y'all can travel from state to state to go to these concerts. Well, travel and come on. If you need to wear your mask, whatever, practice your social distancing. Right. Just get in the place. I'm telling you, you think that this podcast is something, wait till you would feel the energy that takes place in that building. Samanthia been there before. She can tell you that energy, the love, the encouragement. Right,
exactly.
It's in non-comparison to anything that you've ever experienced. I promise you that.
It is. And I think you're going to see me there, Lenora.
Woo! Woo, 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 woo. And go ahead and bring Latrice and the rest of the ladies.
I'm bringing Latrice and Beverly. I'm making sure I bring them too with me.
Awesome. Make sure you purchase your tickets by visiting Lenore Ports Presents Sister Pour Into Me on Eventbrite. Love you all. Take care. Samanthia, hang on. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay.